Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rami and Jay Barrett, and you're looking at season 2 of More Book Chats. Juan, things have changed, haven't they?
Just a little bit.
All right, what has changed?
Well, let's start with things that haven't changed. First of all, we're still in the same location studio.
Dun dun dun.
Now we have a new setup. Rami has the crappy chair. I have the good chair.
Yeah, if you look at it, like I'm like creak, creak, creak.
if you stop moving, you know.
Yeah, and then he has like, if you could see it, he has like the leather.
I don't know if that's in the frame.
It's in the frame.
I
Can
don't know
you
if it
show it to them?
No.
So they understand the
they don't get to see it.
unfairness of the seating arrangements.
They don't get to see it.
It's all right. I'm on your main center screen, I hope. So I'm taking the shot.
Center's right here, right in between us.
Whatever.
If
Okay.
you want to be in the center, you can do this.
I'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, this is season 2, and the way we're gonna be working it is that me and Juan are gonna go one-on-one on whatever we want to.
Yeah. You guys know his name is John. So Juan.
Yeah.
We should call that the episode. You know.
The style. This is the format of our shows. One-on-one.
It's John and Juan.
John and Juan. J and J.
No, it should be Juan on John.
That's what the hell. All right, moving forward, the way we're gonna do is we're just gonna talk about different topics each week, and our goal is that we're not gonna fluff. Talk real experience.
No pressure, right?
And actual. If you're gonna say something where you want to use an example, you have to specify the example.
Why are you telling them that?
Do we agree to that?
Yeah, of course.
So that they know how we're gonna operate. And if we mess up, call us out. Call us out. Hey guys.
You should make it a drinking game. Every time we do fluff, take a shot of actual alcohol, because that
Or
has
coffee. Coffee
that
bear.
has nothing in there.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So, what are we going to talk about, Juan?
Well, the first episode, the first topic that we want to discuss is something that came up on Facebook a little while back now, and I'm going to call him out. It was a post by Carlos Cinta. He was mentioning, why are there 2 rooms for bachata festivals? Why did you divide the Dominican traditional bachata and the urban hip hop style of bachata into 2 separate situations? And you know that kind of prompted a lot of conversation between us, and we decided, hey, let's have this talk for you in front of you guys.
Okay.
So first, you know, there's a new trend that's been happening at festivals lately, that they've been separating the Dominican traditional bachata and the urban bachata into 2 specific separate rooms that the DJs do nothing but play that kind of music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And personally, there's pros and cons that I've seen for both of those. The pro being, like me, as a more of an urban dancer of bachata, or prefer the urban style. I tend to go more towards those rooms and stay in those rooms. And then when I get tired of that, I go switch it to the Dominican room for just a little bit.
Yeah.
What I've seen, and this may just be the what happens here in the area or the festivals that I've been to, is that the traditional Dominican bachata tends to be a little bit less populated than the main urban bachata room, just because that's seems to be what the population mostly wants.
Okay.
But there's still a certain amount of people that specifically want that style, and they stick by it.
Okay, so what did you want me to say about this?
Well, the point is, how do you feel about the split? How do you feel about the 2 rooms and the division of the community?
Well, I have 2 views on it. So I have the event promoter side of it, and then I have the dancer side of it. So which one do you want me to start with?
Let's start with the event promoter.
The event promoter?
No, start with the other one. Just because I can.
As a dancer, okay. So as a dancer, I think it's a waste of time. The reason being is that if I only stay in one room, so say I like Central the most, like say I like it 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time I want to get away from it, then I don't want to always go back and forth just to get that break.
Okay, so what do you do when you don't have that other room and you have your 70% fill of bachata?
I have my fill. I stop dancing.
You stop dancing. You don't go to the salsa room or the kizomba room.
Like, maybe I will go out there, but then like if I'm still wanting to do bachata, like, well, because it's a whole different type of dance.
I'm sorry, but your argument is invalid.
Why is it invalid?
Because you're willing to do that for salsa or kizomba because it's a different dance, and you don't want to do that for bachata.
Because it's still bachata.
But
you disagree with me.
It's a different type of music.
It's still bachata.
You dance it differently. Well, you can dance it differently, and some people do.
Well, that's the same with salsa. There's so many different styles of salsa.
Of course.
Why should I be like, no, I just want the mambo room, or I just want the salsa duera or the timba?
It creates customization.
Customization.
So and that's how the generation that we're in is that everybody wants everything the way they do it. Even though we all own Apple phones and you can customize this as much as you would want to.
Or you jailbreak it.
No, don't do that.
You lose your warranty, by the way, if you do that.
So you have the ability to customize your own experience to whatever you want to. If you have a festival that has 20 rooms of 20 different styles, you'll be like, I want today this, and this, and I'm gonna have my sushi with my Chinese, the different Chinese food, and I'm gonna have my pasta and my burger all at the same time.
Okay,
And
so
then a
you're,
little
you're
bits and
talking
pieces
more of
all
as
over.
that buffet style,
Yeah.
right? Where you could just like, I'll pay one set price, I have all this food, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then what happens usually if you go to a buffet?
You get full.
You get not just full, you get bloated, right? But the thing is,
And if you
at
do
least
it
from my
right-
experience, when I go to a buffet, since I just eat whatever the hell I want, there's no like, there's no progression of how my meal is going to be. There's no progression how my dinner or my meal with other people is going to be.
Okay.
So it's versus it being something of quality, I'm going for quantity instead.
Okay.
What?
No, just your term of no progression. As if like eating food is a professional development experience.
Eating food is an experience. Though.
It's not a professional development, or it's not a development experience. You don't get better at eating food by eating more food.
Well, eating food, well, there's different ways. Are you okay? We're getting way off topic. Let's get back to more to the bachats, right? So the reason why I don't agree for 2 rooms as a dancer is that it makes me lazy.
Okay.
It makes me lazy because if I only dance urban style, usually there's a template to urban style bachata. You know, there's a BPM, there's a breakdown, there's a build up. It's all very predictable after a certain time. And there's been parts where I'm at a festival and there's a DJ. I'm gonna have to say I remember DJ Vince. I've seen other DJs like DJ Miggs, even you. If you
What?
go all sensual, that I'm like, all right, it's the same timing, same rhythm. I'm bored, and like I have to walk all the way out here to a room that possibly has less people. That affects my entire mood. Like so, as a dancer, I want my mood to stay in the mindset. Dance, 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 dance.
Okay. So as a dancer, your entire take is against it.
Yeah.
So let's go to the other one. As a promoter.
As a promoter, I am against it as well. The reason being, I think it's a waste of resources.
Okay.
Waste of resources in mental focus and energy, as well as monetary resources. The reason being, if you're a promoter, you're business oriented, right? Your main objective is to make business, to get more
sure hope so.
revenue, right?
Yeah.
That's the entire purpose. Yes, you could be there for like, yes, I want to promote the dance of bachata, whether that's traditional or if you want to go urban. But at the end of the day, for you to continue having this event, you need to get money.
You need to get something back. Makes
Okay.
sense.
So as a business person, it's my duty to do my market research. If I find out that a big majority, I'm not just talking about 51% versus 49%, I'm talking about big, significant majority, at least 70%, of people like one side or the other. So for example, 70% of people like urban bachata and 30% likes traditional. I'm gonna spend most of my time focusing on just the 70% of urban bachata people.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I could show attention to the 30%, but I'm not going to show them as much attention because most of my money is coming for the bigger majority.
Ooh, this is a nice, interesting segue on that. Generally speaking, the people that dance the urban bachata, which is your 70%,
Mm-hmm.
are your normal, standard, usually younger dancers.
Okay.
The people that dance the traditional bachata are the club goers that tend to, generally speaking, drink a little bit more and consume more at the bar, so they can provide an equal amount of revenue both ways. What if that was to happen?
Say that again one more time. Sorry, you lost me. Maybe it's because I drank my coffee.
Urban bachateros don't drink, traditional bachateros drink. Now,
I disagree with that.
That's a generalization.
Okay, so remember, we're getting away from that, right? Okay. Or
But let's put that as a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, all the urban bachateros don't drink. They just pay the cover charge, which is $5
Uh-huh.
to get into your club
Yeah.
or your event. And then the other bachateros, the traditionals, that are alcoholics and they like to drink a lot. Again, just a generalization. I'm not trying to say
hypothetical.
I'm not trying to say that that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually make more. You actually make the same amount of money with the small group than you do with a big group.
Okay.
But if you cater towards the small group, then your big group diminishes because they're
Yeah.
not going to like that, and so you don't have the same ambience that you would.
Yeah, so you're talking about quantity of people at your venue, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would counter that argument. So say that, like your example, the minority amount is giving you as equal amount to the majority amount, right? Because they're buying more alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you have to pay an alcohol permit. So you're spending more money anyway.
You already
for
have the
them.
permit.
You don't. Well, if you have an event, you don't necessarily have to have that permit. So if you're If you have a studio event,
But then if you don't have alcohol, you're literally taking these people and giving them nothing to do when there's no Dominican bachata.
so you're telling me that a lot of the dancers that go to these festivals don't bring their own alcohol.
No, nobody does. They all buy and purchase alcohol down at the bar.
Sure, I believe you. I believe you totally 100% hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
I absolutely, real life, I absolutely don't believe that people will only buy alcohol from the bar. At a festival, like in my mind, a festival, the biggest people that go there are people who want to get drunk and party.
What? It's all about learning the dance and experience.
Yes, right. I guess you could say that. But if you go there to get drunk and party, what's the demographic usually?
More traditional Dominican bachata dancers.
No, I don't say that. you got to watch out for this guy. His sarcasm could be taken literally.
Yeah, let's not slam the table.
Anyway, so if your party people who want to get drunk are usually of the two type demographics: younger side, or younger party college type, or just somewhere similar of age to that, or they're also the people who just recently got into the dancing community, 3 years or less, around that time, right? So if they're those types, they also tend to be urban, what we talked about, right? So those people who are more recently found at your event, that's also a majority of the people who go to a regular club who don't know how to dance.
Okay.
Can you agree with that statement?
Yes.
That's a bit of a generalization.
It is.
So I'm gonna use an example at the Grad. So the Grad or the Graduate in Davis is a club there right next to UC Davis. And Juan is the resident DJ there, one of the resident DJs there. So Juan, from your experience, you DJ there twice a week. What percentage, approximation of your clientele are regular dancers versus people who are just brand new, at least 5 times visiting the club or less?
Okay, let's break it down a little further than that, because there is the regular dancers, there is the people that want to go there that are not regular, that want to just dance.
Yep.
And there's people that go there just because it's a club and they want to have fun. Mm-hmm. Let's put these two other groups, the dancers and the people that want to dance but they don't really know how to just yet,
Okay.
into the same pile. And on a Thursday night, I would say it's about 50-50 between those two.
Okay.
You have the crowd that's only there for the fun party, and they have circles for bachata or salsa. Sure,
What do you mean circles?
like they dance in a circle, and they're just like hey, dancing.
Oh,
with
like
nobody.
in a group cipher.
like if you were in a normal club, which cool. They're having fun. Let's
Okay.
have fun. Why not? And then on a Saturday night is usually more of the other crowd. I would say probably about 75% versus 25% dancers.
Okay. Well, let me break that down then. So if we use the Thursday example, 50-50 of people who just want to have a club environment, have a fun night, and then the other half, regular dancers, split with the people who want to come to this event, who you said are not regular dancers.
Yes, but they want to dance, but they're not regular dancers.
Can you define that a little bit more?
They just started. They found out this dancing thing, and they want to try it out.
Okay, so if I look at that definition, that means they're a possible new loyalty customer.
Correct.
So they're, in my mind,
That's why
they're
I
the
put them in the
same
same group.
No, in my mind, they shouldn't be in the same group because you don't know if they're going to come back. They're just like the other people who just want to have fun. They may be more inclined to dance the specific dance style, salsa or bachata, but in my mind, they're still people who want to go to this club to try it out and have fun.
I mean, everybody just wants to go to the club to have fun. Nobody goes to the club saying, you know what, I want to go to have a horrible day.
Yeah,
No.
but again, the definition that I'm trying to put out there, a regular dancer is someone who I go salsa dancing all the time at this club.
Okay.
Versus someone who's new to the club who wants to learn salsa. That's separate. That's still a person who you don't know will become a regular.
They're going to have to keep everyone to two different groups, because I wouldn't necessarily cater to this crowd as the same way that I would cater to the club goers that don't really want to learn how to dance. They just want
But
to go.
what stops you? I guess the thing I'm trying to argue against is that you never know when that person, the one that you're saying is just to have fun tonight. Mm-hmm. You never know if that person's going to end up becoming someone who falls in love with it and joins the regular side.
No, they don't.
So, how do you delineate that?
I delineate by keeping the style and the pattern that I have so far that maintains, majority salsa, a little bit of bachata, some of the other merengue and cumbia to cater to the more of the non-dancers, and then my little 30 minutes of party music that again keeps the other people at least entertained for a little bit. and that caters to them, so they have fun. Then the rest of the time they're still kind of trying it and having fun and doing their
Yeah.
own thing, but they're not necessarily like, oh my god, this is the most amazing time of my life. They're just there just because it's a salsa thing, and there's a lot of people. You're still catering to the new dancers because they're still learning the experience. They're still getting all the new salsas and the new bachatas, and they're also getting the other stuff that they already know, which is the club music. And then you're catering to the rest of the dancers because that's what the night is for. It's for the dancers. That's the
I
way
don't think
that's-
so.
that's
As
the-
a business person, my mind is the people who are going to come here who are. I want to target the people who are not regulars because I know regulars will always come back. You know,
not if you don't play enough salsa.
well, like
Not if
again,
you
like
play enough bachata.
if,
If
'cause
we-
you just gave me the 3 groups,
Yeah,
right?
no. So if we cater towards the bigger group, which is the party people, I would be doing like a party set for the entire night and just having like maybe a 30-minute to 45-minute salsa segment during the night. And then the salsa, the regulars, they'd be like, this is not salsa night. I'm not gonna come back here. Plain and simple. That's a different story. If you're doing that, then yeah, you're not doing a salsa night. You're doing a regular Latin night or party night or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And those kids, you can find those party nights anywhere in Sacramento, Davis, or anywhere around here. They have that same experience. Anybody can go to any club. There's like 20 a night,
Yeah.
on Friday, Saturday
Yeah.
night.
Okay.
So the reason why the people go to this club in particular is because it's salsa night. They hear it's salsa night. I want to try salsa night.
Yeah.
Because it's exotic for people that are not in the scene.
Okay. Yeah. So I agree to that premise that the club music versus just the dancers, but I also want to put it out there that like if we have 3 groups, not the club dancers, possible regulars, and then regulars, right? Possible regulars are still new to the whole salsa thing, so they're still open to doing regular club music, right?
Yeah.
So that means I want to find a way to make sure that the possible regulars and the club dancers will want to come back. So yes, salsa night or bachata night, whatever have you have to still play that because that's the theme of the night. But you have to find a way to make it where it's still approachable to the people who are not familiar with the bachata or the salsa artists.
And you don't think I'm doing that?
No, I'm saying that the argument's not against you right now. The argument is about business. We talked about promoting, right?
Yeah.
So as a business person, in my mind, what's the easiest way to convert those people who are not familiar with the bachatero artists and the salsero artists into it?
Remixes.
Remixes, exactly, exactly. Remixes of pop top 40 music into bachata. That's one standard way. Or the Michael Jackson salsa remixes are always popping. So in my mind, to make more money, I'm gonna try and get those people to want to first off, I'm gonna make sure they're having a good time because when they have a good time, it's the majority of them. They're gonna spread the word and they're gonna want to come back. Hopefully, right?
Of course.
If we see them 3 times, we got them. If we see them 2 times, we got to do a little bit more to make sure they want to come back. So, and that's where we try and do the conversion through the remixes. And that's where I'm like, for bachata, going back to the 2 rooms, 1 room, it's stupid to have 2 rooms.
Now, the other argument of that is on festivals, you don't have regular people that are non-bachata dancers at a festival. It's a great majority of the same type of population.
Okay.
They're all there to dance. They're all there to learn how to dance or to drink and party, like you said. But but they are already dancers at that point.
Yeah.
So you can't really make that argument that remixes are better there. Urban, yes, because that's the majority of the people that go there do prefer urban.
Okay.
But maybe remixes are a little bit too much.
Well, in that instance, again, we have to go back to market research. For each festival or promoter, do they know the market that they're working towards? So an example I'm going to use is Rodney Aquino. He's very big traditional bachata, right?
Yeah.
He's very big on it. He pushes it all the time, and he calls out people who don't dance traditional bachata on a regular basis. I've seen it on his Facebook. Right?
He does it.
So because he does that, he's taken a position on it. He's created a brand that he is a proponent of traditional bachata. So that means his market is people who are traditional bachata. So if he finds out that there's less people who are interested in traditional bachata, then he has 2 options. He either changes it to focus on the majority who like urban versus traditional, or exactly scale down to just focus on the people who want to follow the brand of traditional bachata. It's a business thing. It's not about feelings. Feelings don't matter when it comes to making money, unfortunately,
Yeah, that's true.
So again, your 2 rooms, it's a waste of your resources as a promoter.
Okay, that actually brings a really good segue or a different example that I had. If you guys were familiar with the Kizomba festival that used to happen in San Francisco, that didn't happen this past year, but it did previous. One very specific thing that the promoter for that event did is that he made sure that the event was 100% Kizomba. There was nothing else. I DJ one of the years, and he told me, don't play any bachata or salsa or anything. It's all gonna be Kizomba, and he catered exactly to the smaller market. And he didn't have a big size scale festival. It was small and was relatively proportional to the size of the people that were there, so it worked pretty well.
Yeah, because he was working towards his market.
Yeah,
he knew exactly what his brand was,
which is easier in Kizomba, because Kizomba in general,
it's still tighter.
Yeah, still tighter, small. You don't have like different groups of people. Like I'm a Kizombero, I'm a Tarashinero, or I'm a
whatever. I like how we use the Tarashinero, like. That's not even Hispanic, bro. So why are you saying it like that? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know how they call it.
I don't know, like Tarashino.
Yeah, but that makes sense, right? So that's a good example of someone who recognizes his brand, who recognizes the market that his brand works for, and he focuses on just those people that his brand works for.
That's true.
So I agree with that. That's exactly it. This was fun. It's been 20 minutes already.
It has.
It's been 20 minutes already.
So just the conclusion of this. Personal opinion, Romy is against two rooms. I, as a promoter, agree with him, but as a personal dancer, I like my options. I like my buffet. But ultimately, we get to see what happens at the festivals. There's more and more happening, more coming up, and they're all taking either one way or the other. And ultimately, it's all about having fun. Go out and dance.
Having fun as a dancer, promoter-wise, you got to find out who's having fun at your event and target them. So, guys, this was season 2, More Bachats, the very first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you on the next one.
We got more coming up. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the episode of More Bachats. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at More Bachats. Follow me at jbearmixes, j.bearmixes. Follow Romy at Romy Sunga. And big shout out to Mellow Me Out. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook as well at Mellow Me Out. Thanks.